So after the big, just whoosh chapter that we had recently of Fairy Tail and all that, it was I think it was the perfect time to actually do this video, which I wanted to do beforehand with like knowing about the spoilers. But now with like the actual chapter coming out, I actually wanted to do this video kind of more than ever, and it's pointing out all the flaws and all like the negativity around Fairy Tail and its biggest fucking problems. Because oh boy, Fairy Tail has a lot of those problems, and definitely with chapter 500, it showed like a lot of people quite a lot of the cracks. Now, the main reason like I'm doing this video in the first place is to mainly kind of point it out, but also as well, I don't like normally focusing on negativity in a video. If you kind of notice already and all that, like why is the main reason all that, I kind of go, this shit was a little bit shitty and all that, or why that. It's because to me personally and all that, like even with that, I know like, you know, people like adore drama channels and they enjoy like people like having bitch fights and all that. But the main reason I read, watch, and check any entertainment, like for the main reason all that, and I think it's the main reason as well with people watching my videos and other people's video, is at the end of the day, you want to get entertained, and I don't find moaning and crying and bitching about a chapter for about 20-15 minutes and all that really honestly that entertaining. Honestly, like, the fact is, if I don't enjoy something, which you guys clearly know and all that, that I just won't talk about them, all that, like, you know, like, I'll sometimes skip chapters and all that, but if there's stuff I'm not really feeling or not really wanting to talk about, I won't do it. Like, people know and all that, like, I've taken a little bit of break from One Piece and all that, because I personally wasn't enjoying some of the stuff that was happening there, and I'm very much looking forward to catching back up when there's a huge amount of material and all that, and I've been hearing some good things about the recent chapters, and I am excited to check that stuff out. But I'm not going to give you guys a half-assed video in the case where it's like, I'm not going to give you guys, oh, fuck this, I just personally don't care if my heart's in it, because what would make that really, guys, you want to see that when there are other people that are way more passionate about series and like this series than I am. That's just kind of how I've always worked around, and the main reason that, you know, has caused this as Fairy Tail's biggest problems is it like with the literally chapter 500 has caused it. Mainly with the whole thing about Julia dying and then literally coming back in the next chapter. Now there's some things to say about this and all that. We're saying, oh, this fuck hero, Fox hero fault. And yes and no, it's his fault. Honestly, a lot of the information, like, and this is where it's coming into with my previous video talking about it, is that not everything and all that is we don't see a lot of the shit that goes behind the scenes a lot of the time with magazines, but like what we've seen like for a lot of authors and all that, and what they talked about, editors have a very big manipulation in making characters die or in these situations, or say, no, you should put this character in that. And this is no way defending here at all. Like, I generally like don't enjoy a good chunk of like chapter 500 and a lot of the stuff that's happened recently in the Alot arc, like altogether. But they do heavily affect it. Like, with the examples of that, of like Lisana was supposed to remain dead, like, during the whole, like, Endless stuff. And that was his editor that pushed him onto that and forced him on his hand, saying, no, Lisana needs to come back. I believe, like, as well, there was the whole stuff with the Tower of Heaven as well, with Urza. I think at some point, like Urza was supposed to die in that arc, but then, you know, due to popular demand and all that, and waifus and all that, and, like, in that thing. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen what, kind of like what Japanese comments are, but some of these, you think we're vile and all that. These motherfuckers only give a fuck about one thing and all that, and that is waifus, which is the next thing coming into it. Trust me and all that, it's sad and all that, but a lot of them, like, main reason why a lot of people check out some of these series, and especially it's very notable in Japan as well, is that they care about their favorite waifus. I know this is my girl in all the series, and boy, when you read some of the Japanese comments to some of the chapters that have come out and all that, not just Fairy Tail, but for like One Piece, for Naruto, for Bleach, for a lot of this stuff and all that, and like, you know, a great example of that is the last Bleach chapter when the true pairing like actually happened in the series and people started burning their things over a fucking waifu. What, you know, that's how some petty people are. But that's how they'll be, and they'll be like, oh no, fuck you, like, you're killing my waifu, you can't do that, and like, you know, they have to back up, and it's a fucking shame because you have to do that. Another thing, and I think it doesn't help as well, is that during the same time I've been reading Seven Deadly Sins, and Seven Deadly Sins has done the same thing where it's supposedly killed characters and they've come back, but the difference is pacing. Like, there are characters in like Seven Deadly Sins I don't want to go into like mainly too much in case some of you guys ain't caught up, but there are some main problem characters in the series that have either supposedly died or been knocked out or not been in the series for a very long ass time. And you know what? It works a lot better when you've had this big impactful death moment when there's actually a lot of time when they come back, because it feels more meaningful. It feels a lot more, you know, like there's a lot more weight to that moment where it's like, I'm not going to see my character for a while. And I feel like a lot of people should know that main characters for the most part aren't going to die unless it's the very final end of the arc, and it's like, you know, the exceptions to the rules and all that. But it's sad that, you know, a lot of these reasons aren't that. And also as well, it's like, it's the author's fault for like letting this shit go in the first place, and also as well, it's like his fault because he probably did suggest some of this stuff, like, you know, like. And that's the thing where it's like, I'm no way defending Hero. Like, I think Hero's as much as a problem as, like, some of these waifu fucking hunters and, like, the editor. He is also to blame as well. And that's the problem where we've been having some of these fights with the, like it was with Taurus, and this also as well with the Alvarez arc as well. But with some of these fucking villains and all that, they've just been so weak and so underwhelming when they've been built up to be these fucking god kings, where it's like, oh, we kill everything and all that, we go murder, we stomp them out, and then they're like, oh, we get one-shotted, or we get like, oh, we just get immediately taken out. And that's my main problem. Like, you know, it's some of this stuff and all that's just being handled, and it's a shame because no matter what, I enjoy Fairy Tail like that. Like, I enjoy it for what it is. I know what it is at the end of the day, like that. And trust me, I know there are better series out there. Trust me, and all that. I focus it, and I know I like it a lot more due to personal reasons of having attachment to Rave and everything, like back in the day. But it is getting harder and harder to really defend a lot of the stuff that Fairy Tail does, because it is not entertaining for some of the parts and all that. And, you know, and I'm glad that, you know, there are still moments in the series that I am enjoying, and there are still stuff, but it is hard. And it's like, I will still do fairy videos. I still will do videos and all that to talk about, because I still do find there's entertainment in the work and all that. And it's not like, you know, regardless of what, I feel, hey, at least there's always something to talk about Fairy Tail at least and all that, because definitely every chapter has been, it's just been controversial at the least, I could say that much. But, you know, it was the main reason I wanted to do the video. And it's like, another thing where I've said so many times on like social media, I said this on Twitter, I said that, and that's people that are like saying, fuck this series, I'm dropping it, I'm done, fuck this series, fuck the show, I'm done with it. And then they continue reading it, and it's like, they're going to shit on it every week. Now, just hating a series or not caring for a series, that's fine. That's fine. Like, even dropping a series for a while, like saying, like example, I'm doing One Piece at the moment, I'm letting One Piece build chapters, and then when I've got a good amount of good material to read and all that, I'm going to marathon, and guess what? I'm probably going to enjoy myself. I'm going to enjoy myself when I have a bunch of One Piece to read and watch and all that, and I'm looking forward to definitely when I'm going into that and all that, because I watched Heart of Gold again recently, and that's still a fantastic special. But doing that and complaining week by week and then saying it's shit, it's fucking terrible, and then continuing to read, that to me is like, what the fuck are you doing then, if that's the point? Like, that is so hypocritical to me. And it's just like, and I've heard the excuses before and all that, and it's saying like, oh, but I've been reading it for so long, you know, and you know, what's the point of dropping it if it's at there? No, that's a pathetic excuse. If you're tired of reading it weekly, then just stop reading it. Like, just stop reading it full stop, or just put it on hold and just not read it for a while until the end. Like, if you can't stand this weekly stuff, or you can't stand the series, that's just a sad excuse that you're making because you can read it for free. And I know I'm pissing off people there, and trust me, it's like, you know, I honestly, I enjoy people's opinions. I know everyone's entitled to their own opinion, hence, you know, YouTube, hence why I'm doing that, hence why comment sections are allowed and all that. But if you're gonna be acting like that every single week, which, you know, I've been getting a lot of fucking trolls on videos doing that and all that, then you're an entitled little cunt, and, you know, what your opinion, why should it fucking matter if you're just gonna act like a fucking toddler, like every week on a chapter? And it's just like, that's where I'm at the moment, where it's like, some people are just doing it and reading it and they're acting like that because they could read it for free, and honestly that sounds very fucking entitled, and, you know, like, you wouldn't be acting like that if you had to pay for the series, like, but that's where I'm at the end of the day, where it's like, there are just two spectrums where they're just going to be people that's shitting on it, like, you know, every day and all that, and that's just how they're going to be, the children, and people that are like, well, I'm going to keep reading it even though I hate it, and that's just entitled, and, you know, you're entitled to your opinion, but you are acting like an entitled little piece of shit. That's just it, and, like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, if you can't stand me saying that to you, you know, that's fine and all that. Like, you're welcome to step out the door anytime you like. But, like, I am calling out Fairy Tail's issues. It has a lot. Trust me. It has a fucking lot. I just personally like to focus on the positivity of not just Fairy Tail, not just, like, Bleach when I was reviewing that, not of, like, Taizai, not of, like, any of these series I like to talk about and review, because every series deserves that and all that. To me, what I find entertaining is not focusing on the negativity every single fucking week, you know? Like, so that's just me, and I know at the end of the day that's my opinion, like, and that's not all of your guys' opinions, but at the end of the day that's how I feel, and at the end of the day this is my channel where I'm going to be expressing my opinions, and I'm not going to let people to like try and like twist and say like, no, my opinion's fucking fully right, because no one's ever is. It's always an opinion. It's something that you know that you're always entitled to, and you're always like, but if you're gonna act like a little piece of shit and you're gonna start like calling people fucking bona fide retards to reading series and like, you know, you're a piece of shit and all that, you have shit taste, why should I care for your opinion? And like, you know, at the end of the day I feel like I'm going just more and more like repeating my words at the point, so I feel like pretty much we've reached the end of the video talking about, but I wanted to talk about that, and I know a good section of this wasn't fully focused on Fairy Tail, but it was more of the fan base, so to speak, and the readers. So at the end of the day, I'm going to say this probably one last time in the video format. You don't like Fairy Tail, that's fine. I don't hate you for like hating Fairy Tail and all that. It has problems, boy oh boy it fucking does, and it probably forever will, and I hope Hiramashi may ever changes, but I have a high sneaking suspicion that at this point, probably not. Like, Fairy Tail will not surpass Rave in my eyes. It never will. Like that. I enjoy it for what it is. It's dumb, it's goofy, has its high and low moments, and I still got emotional even at the Julius scene, regardless of like chapter 500. Like he can still do good stuff. He's not 110% dog shit when the guy can actually do material. But you don't like something, don't read it, don't watch it, don't play it. Like, it's that mindset, and I generally struggle why people can't fucking follow logic. Like, that's me. It's like, you don't like something, you don't enjoy it, you don't want to see any more of it, don't read it, don't watch it, don't play it. I hope that gets through some people's skulls. I really do, because it fucking baffles me how some people can act and then think, oh geez, oh, Fairy Tail's out again, I really fucking hate it, oh, let me read it again. So, yeah, I'm done at the moment, and I'm sorry I had to do a rant, but Fairy Tail needed to talk about it, and I just want to say, that's my main reason why, like, you know, I wanted to call out the negativity of the series itself and some of the readers of it itself. Like, that was my main point of the video, and yeah, Fairy Tail is getting, like, you know, its quality has humongously dropped, and I will 100% agree with that, but yeah. Is, you know, what's also dropped as well, people's mindsets and my tolerance for some trolls and like just tars at this point. My tolerance has kind of really dropped for that. So yeah, let me know you guys in the comment section down below. Probably going to get a lot of hate for that, but you know, at the end of the day, my opinion. And you know, do you know where you can put your opinions? There, as long as they're not full of shit kids. You know, that's pretty much, that's the exception. We're putting like comments in there, but thank you. You know, even for the people that stood all this time and listened to this, like, thank you. And I always appreciate your support and all that. I mean, we reached 9K recently, and that's fantastic. You know, and it's just like, hearing the good words, hearing the support, it always means a lot to me. And I hate doing negative videos. I generally fucking do. And, you know, I hope this is the last one for a while. Like, that's what I hope. So, thank you. I'm ending the video. I'll see you beautiful bastards though. Whether it's Fairy Tail or whether it's any of the other stuff I review, hopefully though, next time.